Hi, Jeremy Cordeaux in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordeaux.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.
I heard one of the most insane stories the other day about somebody, how they found out they were getting the sack.
All right, well, a good sacking story, they're often pretty brutal, sometimes unjust, sometimes fair, so I'm pretty keen to be the jury on this one, how crazy it is.
All right, so get this. This girl, she was a receptionist at this place of work.
Yes.
I won't name any names.
All right.
But they, all the staff one day, the boss ordered everyone their own mug.
Yeah.
Personalised mug with their name on it, so you know when you go get your coffee in the morning, there's no confusion.
Great.
There's always a mug for you to use, and it's your responsibility to wash it and everything, right?
Yeah, that's a good little system.
Yeah, not bad. So everyone's got a personalised mug. You know, they get being handed out, and then this girl's rocked up to work.
Yeah.
And she's looking around for her mug. She didn't get one.
Wow.
She didn't get a mug, and that's how she knew she was getting the sack.
You're fired!
Which happened like a week later. She got let go.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, I guess like if you...
wouldn't you just still get the mug for the poor girl?
Surely as a consolation gift, since you're stripping her of her livelihood and job,
Yeah.
you would think like a mug is something you could do. And it's such a funny one as well because, you know, if she hasn't been given the mug, then is she like going up to the boss and saying, hey, has there been a mistake?
Where the hell is my mug?
Has it been broken in the warehouse? Have they forgot it? What's the deal?
Yeah.
Is it in a separate package? And then I'm assuming that's when the boss is like, there's a reason you don't have a mug. There's a reason.
You're fired!
There's a reason you won't be having noodles out of the cup
Cup of
tomorrow
soup.
morning.
None for you, mate.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. I mean, if that was me, I guess you'd try and get ahead of it, wouldn't you? So you don't get the sack. You'd just be like, hey, I got to quit.
Bring your own mug.
Yeah.
Bring your own mug. It's like, no, I've got a mug. When everyone's looking at you mugless, you're like, no, I'm not getting sacked. I've got a mug right here.
Yeah.
It's,
What do you mean? I've got the mug.
it's better than yours. It's gold. I'm getting a raise.
I want to throw it to the fresh fam here. How'd you find out you were getting sacked?
You're fired!
I found out I was getting sacked from a liquor franchise once upon a time because it was in a shopping centre and I was getting free hot dogs from a girl who worked at the hot dog stand nearby.
Yeah, a friend of yours.
A friend of mine, yeah. And it was not a big deal at all. They're about $2, the hot dogs.
Yeah.
And I would take them and I asked my boss, hey, do you want a hot dog? Would you like a free hot dog? Eventually he snapped and he said, I know the person who runs the hot dog stand and you're scamming him. And what if your friend comes in this shop and asks for a whole bottle of Jack's and you give it to her? And I was like, why on earth would I give a whole bottle of Jack's as equivalent to a hot dog, you know?
It doesn't equate.
So I was sitting on the toilet one day in the morning and he rang me up and he said, hey, I've gone to the board and...
You answered the phone.
Well, it was my boss. He called and he was like, I've gone to the board and we've all discussed the hot dog incident. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, the hot dog...
taking the hot dog to HR.
He's taken the hot dog incident to, like, the headquarters of HR, like the big guys for a recommendation. And then it was just all downhill from there. So
You're fired!
Hot dog ruined me.
How'd you find out you were getting sacked? Or maybe it doesn't even have to be you. Maybe it's a friend of yours.
Jeez, maybe you were the boss who sacked someone. How did you tell them? Did you strip their mug away?
Oh, not my mug. Hey, we've got a couple people on the line right now, ready to go. We're going to go to Damien in Paradise first. Damien in Paradise, how'd you find out you were getting sacked?
Well, it wasn't me. It was my wife's brother's ex-wife.
Yep.
She wasn't really getting sacked. She was asked to advertise her position as receptionist.
Okay.
So she thought,
she had
okay,
to...
I'm being...
Wait. So she was told, hey,
She had to hire her replacement.
your job's going on the market.
Yes.
Put an advertisement
Yeah,
up.
can you
do it
please
yourself.
advertise? Yes. So she, obviously, being a smart young lady that she was not, she then tendered her resignation letter, and they asked, why are you doing this? And she said, well, you are going to replace me. I said, yeah, but we're going to promote you.
Oh. Did she do a big walkout as well? Was it all extravagant, you know, flipping over the table, anything like that?
Oh, look, the only thing she did that was extravagant was to steal oxygen.
Not a fan.
Hey, good on you, Damien. Thanks for getting involved.
All right, gentlemen, have a good day.
Cheers,
You too, mate. Hey, we're going to go to Alex in Mount Barker. Alex, how'd you find out you were getting sacked?
G'day, guys. It wasn't me. And they haven't been sacked yet. It's either happening today or tomorrow.
Jeez.
Oh,
Well,
wow. Okay, jeez.
You think you're going to get the sacking?
It's my girlfriend's company. And basically her company's bought out another company. So there's been a merger. And they've retained most of their management from the other company. So it's a real top-heavy company. And last week, the big boss has come into town and said there's too many people here, make some redundancy. So the bloke's decided that the one redundancy he's going to make is a receptionist that's been with the company for 30 years. So she's getting a fat payout.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
right. Jeez. And Alex, it's your girlfriend's company. What does she have to say about you possibly getting the sack today or tomorrow?
I mean, she's not happy about it on behalf of the person, but I'm just happy to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. I know, that's a bizarre one. It's a bizarre one knowing it's going to happen as well, because I guess you could plan your exit.
Yeah,
Do
anything
something-
extravagant planned?
Yeah, we in the boss's pot plant.
That's it.
Hey, best of luck to you, Alex. Good on you. Thanks for getting involved. We're going to go to Damien in Logs North. Damien, how did you find out you were getting sacked?
Well, to be honest, I think I actually had it coming a little bit. I worked at a big corporation that I won't say their name on air, obviously, and I had a 5% discount card, and like around Christmas time, people were coming in and spending, $400, $500 shops, and out of the kindness of my heart, I was giving these strangers 5% off. You know what I mean? I just kind of,
Good on you.
Good Samaritan.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too, but the corporation didn't see it like that. To be honest, I thought I was getting more people back to the shop, but they didn't like that, and they let me go because of it.
Yeah, right. I mean, did any good karma end up coming your way for doing such a good deed?
Oh, well, I feel like I was making friends with a lot of elderly people who wanted to save a bit of money.
You might be in the will.
Yeah, I've written into a few wills.
I hope so.
Good on you, Damien. Thanks for getting involved, mate. We're going to go to Sarah in Flagstaff Hill. Sarah, how'd you find out you were getting sacked?
Okay, well, I used to drive buses up in the mines at Roxby Down.
Yeah, right.
And no, I will admit I probably wasn't the best driver in the world, especially with a bus. I did swerve for a few animals, and I did get the bus bogged just a couple of times.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right.
I arrived to work one morning, and my bus was covered in the bright orange danger wrap from on site. And my boss came, and luckily we were really good friends. We had a laugh about it because, but
Yeah, that was the last
that's
straw.
how I found out.
Yeah,
That's
right.
how I found out.
So it ended on pretty good terms.
It ended on good terms, and look, quite frankly, I had it coming. So
Hey, Sarah, what do you do now? You don't. You're not a driver of any sorts, are you?
no, I'm not driving. No.
Yeah.
Stay clear
Good on you.
away from that.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
T5.
Tom, we love, on this show, we want people to send in any advice or tips and tricks, anything that is of interest to us that we can work with. And that exactly has happened with a friend of the show, a mate of ours, Damon. Now, Damon, I worked with him at the Port Adelaide Football Club when I worked in the merch store. He did as well about 2 years back. That's how we met. However, you are a massive Crows fan, so you're not deeply ingrained with the Port culture like me and Damon are.
Absolutely not.
But he did allude to me the other day. He hasn't told me too much, but he said, hey, give me a buzz because I have some really interesting intel to tell you about a specific player at the Port Adelaide Football Club that might be of interest to us on the show.
Hot goss.
A bit of hot goss, something that we can use for the radio show here.
Who's the player?
Well, we'll have to ask Damon. His name, I'll tell you, is Tom McCallum.
Tom McCallum.
Tom McCallum, yeah. I couldn't hold it in. I may as well tell you. His name's
Get
Tom
out.
McCallum. It's so I genuinely believe
Is this
this
on
guy.
the SANFL list, or is he actually
It's
on the AFL list?
It's on the AFL, but
Right.
I genuinely believe this guy, Tom McCallum, might be the best of both worlds. He is like a child of like a product of both of us.
Our love child. God, who is he? Anakin Skywalker. He just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
Force.
I've never heard of him.
All
I've never
right.
heard of him until Damon mentioned it the other day.
Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one. Tom
He
McCallum.
might very well be the chosen one of this radio show.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess let's give Damon a buzz really quick, see if he picks up, and see if we can get some more
Get
information
some more
on
info
this
on Tom McCallum.
Tom McCallum character. Here we go. Damon, Tom McCallum.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Now, Damon, can you give us a little context about this Tom McCallum fellow?
Yeah. So I was scrolling through the team list the other day and saw a name I just hadn't seen before. 18-year-old rookie, Tom McCallum.
Tom
So-
McCallum.
So you're saying, yeah, he's got the best of both worlds. He's got the name Tom. He's got the name Callum. Tom McCallum.
Yeah, I know nothing about him, but he must be a great bloke.
And is he looking like he's a pretty good player? So he's in the rankings where he hasn't really played a game yet. You said.
Well, yeah, that's right. I'm pretty across it, but hadn't seen his name before, never heard of him before. 18 years old, haven't played a game.
Damon, what do you reckon the chances are we could get Tom McCallum on the show?
Yeah, I'd say pretty high.
Pretty high. That's pretty good. I mean,
That's good news for a Monday.
if you were to say a percentage out of 100.
Oh, let's go 99.
99. Okay. See, I think Damon, me and Tom are really excited about this Tom McCallum character because we feel like he might be the crossbreed between the both of us.
Yeah, if me and Callum had some sort of love child, who do you reckon he takes after more out of me or Callum, Damon?
Well, I'd say because he plays footy, probably you, Tom.
Yeah, good stuff.
Damon, thank you for giving us the pointer because we are definitely going to have to track this Tom McCallum down and have him on the show.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, Damon, thank you. Thank God he picked up.
New mission unlocked. by the end of this week, we will try and get Tom McCallum on this show for whatever purpose. I don't know what the purpose is just yet.
Yeah, I don't know. What.
Maybe to look at his official birth documents to see which one of us he came from officially. But we will try and get Tom McCallum on the show because I believe this is one of those rare moments in life where it's like Bizarro land.
It's like a paradox.
It's a paradox.
in
You know,
time.
it's something weird has happened in the space-time continuum. Now we've got a Tom McCallum around, and obviously he is the chosen one, and he's going to be of use to us somehow, I'm sure.
I really hope this somehow makes its way back to Tom McCallum.
I think it might freak him out a little bit.
Oh, podcast my podcast. Oh, podcast my podcast. Oh, podcast my podcast.
Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
Tom, Adelaide is known for its weirdness. You know, we have odd characters. We have, odd things to do. Who would have thought climbing a big rocking horse would become, one of the big activities around the state?
One of the staples.
Yeah, one of the go-tos. But we have so many odd things to do, odd things to see in Adelaide. But there is one thing that has taken the cake, and I know it's taken the cake because several people around the office, particularly me and you, whenever we see it, it's a little bit of an eyesore. We come back to the office from lunch, and it always comes up. And you're like, can you believe that's there?
But there's a certain cafe that we sort of frequent a little bit, and it's right sort of in that emo park area in the Adelaide CBD. And I think the other day we were sort of walking through emo park and actually stopped, took a minute and soaked in the sculptures that are inside emo park.
Yeah.
And started to think how strange they truly are.
Because no longer is there emo park. I don't even see that many emos there anymore.
No. I mean, it will forever be emo park, but I couldn't tell you the last time I saw an emo
The
in there.
emos have migrated. They've gone somewhere else. I don't know where the emos are hanging out, but it's not emo park anymore. They've been kicked out because there's a bunch of strange sculptures. And it's a bit odd when you walk past it. It's a bunch of dead fish.
Yeah, essentially, it's the carcasses of fish with the bones coming out of the ground and stuff. It's all very odd.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone actually knows why.
It seems
dead
like
fish.
just an odd choice, doesn't it? Because it is like a carcass that goes across the ground.
Yeah.
And the bones are made of metal. But then amongst that, you got this Jurassic Park-like big bones kind of coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
Circulating that.
I mean, why not have a live fish there, Or not the bones,
Yeah.
not a decomposed fish.
It's a bit decrepit.
Yeah.
And it's a good point. Why not have a lively, flourishing scene of, fish that are well into their life, but, haven't died just yet.
Thank God whoever the groundskeeper is for Emo Park doesn't use that dead fish manure. Have you heard of that?
Like fertilizer?
Yeah. So my dad uses it sometimes, and sometimes I'm walking, especially a windy day, I'll walk inside the house in the front yard. There's just this awful stench.
Terrible.
I found out it's because my dad's using like dead fish as fertilizer.
He's living up with it. Yeah, well, I'm glad that they're not ultra realistic with the scene there.
Thank God for that.
Isn't that? But there are so many weird sculptures and things like that around Adelaide, and I feel like you get used to them. When you walk past it, it just becomes a part of your day until you look back and you're like, it's a little bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty around, and they're not just all in the city, although there are a lot in the city. I mean, you got the pigs. What are they about?
Do you reckon tourists come to Adelaide and they look at the pigs in Rundle eating at the bin and they're like, what sort of anarchy is Adelaide? they're promoting, like, thievery and, like, pigs eating out of the trash.
I mean, you do usually see quite a few people taking pictures with the pigs. But, I mean, if you go down to the Adelaide Zoo, they've got that big chimpanzee finger.
Oh,
you know, just like a random finger. Like
crazy.
That's pretty odd. I mean, Melbourne Street, you've got that massive fork just stuck in the ground.
Yeah, big time. One of my favourite ones that's so bizarre is near David Jones in the upstairs bit. You got the...
I know what you're talking about.
The rabbit and the dog man.
Yeah, and they're playing chess.
Hybrid humans playing chess. But a little fun fact, if you look under the table, dog's absolutely packing.
Yeah, he's packing heat.
What sculpture designer decided to chuck that on? It's crazy, and only
Strange
Adelaide
choice.
would commission it.
Yeah, very odd choice. But I mean, like, there's so many other weird sculptures around, not even just the city, like around the whole state. They're everywhere. And what are some of the weird sculptures around Adelaide, whether it's in your home suburb or maybe there's something we're missing in the city?
Yeah, I'm sure there's heaps around the city. I mean, even just classic one, Old Faithful, the Rundle Mall balls are pretty strange.
Yeah,
when you look at it and you take a step back after, and you think, geez, they're two like sphere balls on top of each other. They're a strange addition to the mall. We're just all used to it.
The mall's balls are a bit strange. I mean, yeah, they've been there for so long that no one thinks twice about it, but... Why? Somebody's texted in, how about that pigeon in Rundle Mall? Why would we want a sculpture of those disgusting critters? That's it, rats of the sky.
Literally.
They had a lot of controversy when it first came about.
It's just such an odd one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like when it was announced there was going to be a pigeon, everyone was like, that's terrifying. Like a 8-foot pigeon just in Rundle Mall. Could it get any weirder? Someone said the sea squirt sculpture at Glenelg kills me. Like, so embarrassing. I'm showing my interstate cousins around Adelaide. And then I'm like, oh yeah, don't find this weird statue of marine species in the middle of in the bay. It is a weird one. If you haven't seen it, it's like very colourful. It's just, it's odd.
It is odd. Hey, this one's, this is a throwback text. They said, morning fellas. Remember that one statue that Blackfriars unveiled a couple of years back? What a cracker.
Oh.
They unveiled it and had to take it down a minute later.
That was horrible.
Looked pretty bad.
That was just like real lewd. Worth checking out online if you haven't. Just search it up because that was insanity. I don't know who commissioned that.
No. I don't know who sculpted that.
Yeah. But another text here. This is an odd one. Someone said the Life of the Stars. So that's near the gallery, and it's pretty much that huge egg.
Oh, yeah.
It just sits there. When people get sick of that, they'll put one on top of another. Just put another egg on top. It'll be like the Rundle Mall balls.
Another text coming through about the pigeon and the pigs they mention as well. The classic 3 pigs by the bin. I don't remember all their names. I just know one of them is named Augustus, and I think he's the family favourite.
Yeah. Everyone knows Augustus. No one does their research on the other pigs.
Keep these weird sculptures coming through, Adelaide. 0428 927 927. Somebody's just texted in here. The sculpture at the roundabout in Mount Barker looks like a lady's undercarriage. I haven't seen that one.
Well, we're going to have to go check it out later. We'll check that out. Yeah.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
It was a little Wednesday night in Lincolnshire, a little county in England, when there was a yoga class going on at a cafe.
Here's some yoga music.
Yeah.
Set the scene.
Set the scene. So, like, pretty much, in this small little county town in England, there's a cafe that does a yoga night, and it's a new moon yoga class that runs on Wednesdays from 7:30 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Now, there's a little bit of a hiccup. they have these big glazed windows to look over the ocean.
Yeah, beautiful.
To make everyone relaxed, and you're looking out to the water, and all of a sudden, through the windows, someone has seen all the bodies lying on the floor, and they presumed everyone was dead. Someone has rung up the police. The police at this little county and said, "Oh my God, I've just witnessed a mass murder in the in the cafe yoga place. Everyone is dead because everyone was lying on the floor so still, presumably so relaxed."
So they were just doing yoga.
They were literally just doing yoga. These people are there so relaxed, not moving a muscle, not a twitch. And someone's thought, oh my God, something bad has happened. So all of a sudden, all these police sirens, all these cars, flee to the scene.
Yeah.
And they've issued a statement in the county saying, "Oh, sorry if we woke you up with all the sirens and all the all the cars going through and stuff. That's our bad. It's just because we thought there was a big murder."
God, yeah, in a yoga. Well, did they not realise it was a yoga studio either? Then.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the person
some sort of warehouse.
Yeah, and the yoga place has come out and had to make a statement and said, "We're not a weird cult or anything." Which sounds a little bit sus. They've come out and said, "We're not a weird cult, and we, no one was murdered. It was just a little yoga
Everyone
class."
was just really relaxed.
Yeah. I guess good advertisement, right, for the yoga place.
Yeah, I mean,
so relaxed you look dead could be the slogan.
Hi, Jeremy Cordo in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordo.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.